Chunky Soup Nutrition Facts. You're welcome. All right, let's do this again. Hopefully we're there. I'm kind of doing this by faith because I don't have my stand. All right, here we go. Hey, math world. All right, so now we're talking about the distance formula, the second way. All right. So what I'm going to do is kind of actually show where the distance formula comes from, and then actually show you like how to use the distance formula. I know I'm doing the old thing that I used to hate my math teachers when they did. I guess I'm doing it now, huh? So anyway, basically what it is, it comes from this. If you remember on the right triangle, we basically said 6, and then that's 1. If you think about it though, you know, we can call one of these x1 and y1, right? And the other one x2, y2. And so this is just the difference. That length is actually the difference, y2 minus y1, right? That's where you see that, kind of see that. And then the measurement from here is actually the difference between the two x coordinates here. So you could call this length x2 minus x1. Now, it's actually the absolute value. So it comes out negative, but when you square it, so if you notice in the Pythagorean theorem, you got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We're going to be squaring that, so it comes out positive, so that's where it comes from, all right? So you kind of see, that would be like my a squared, my b squared, and then your answer would be the square root at the very end, because c is the same as the d there. So it's like saying a squared plus the b squared equal to that. So that's where it comes from. But let's actually get to the meat of it here. So how would I use those 2 points? All right, well, basically what we do is we call one of them. So let's get rid of that. I don't want to confuse nobody anymore. That's just my geeky side coming out. So we call one of them x1, y1, the other x2, y2. It really doesn't matter, but it's a good idea to label it and then go with it. All right, so x2 and x1, so x2 is negative 2. So what I'm going to do is rewrite the whole, do like this. It's actually best to do it like this. Put the minus, and just plug the numbers in. So x2 is negative 2. You don't want to forget the squared part. All right, and then x1 is, we call it 7. And then y2 is 1. y1, 6, okay? So you just label it. Once you got that, it's just calculation. All right, negative 9. So again, it comes out negative sometimes when you're doing the calculation, but when you square it, it comes out positive, right? And then 1 minus 6, that's negative 5, but we're going to be squaring it. So that's going to clean up and be the square root of 81 plus 25, which is the square root of 106, which is what we got last time. So in case you can't see that, I'm really not sure because I'm kind of winging that there. Square root, that's equal to the square root of 106. I'll put it over here, which last time when we did the square root, that's 10.3. So you get the same result because really this comes from that. So they're kind of interconnected. They're almost the same thing. You can almost put an equal sign with it. They're pretty much it's almost the same thing. And actually it's a different way. Distance formula really is just a different way of expressing the Pythagorean theorem. So somebody smart figured it out for us that we could use the formula. Let's put that 1 back in there. So that's pretty much it. So you just label them. Real quick recap. Call one x1, y1, the other x2, y2. It does not matter. It doesn't. The only difference is if you were to switch them around, It just changes the numbers, but you still end up with the same result any way you look at it. Because the reason why is you're going to be squaring it, so it doesn't really matter if that comes out negative or positive, depending on if you swap them out. It's going to come out the same. So try a couple of these. I think we're ready to try some practice problems with midpoint and also with distance formula. And I know you're all excited about it. And you're going to be doing this every day. Okay, at least for the next day or two until we get on to the next topic. All right. And junkie suit.